Looking for tasty tofu recipes? Try this easy scrambled tofu. It's a delicious high-protein vegan recipe for breakfast, brunch, or anytime. Hello, and welcome to Cooking Lessons for Dad, where you'll learn to cook healthy, cook easy. My name is Karen Breyer, and today we are going to make a delicious scrambled tofu recipe. It's so easy to make, and it's like super healthy, delicious, perfect if you want to change for breakfast. It'll keep you full for a while. So this is a good choice, and sometimes I'll have it for lunch or dinner too. So the ingredients in this recipe are water-packed firm or extra firm tofu, vegan chicken seasoning or broth, nutritional or brewer's yeast flakes, onion powder, garlic powder, turmeric, kosher salt, fresh ground pepper, and olive oil. So the first thing that we need to do is we're going to drain our tofu, and this you need a 14 to 16 ounce package. So this is 14, and I just cut the plastic and usually I drain it over the sink, but I'll just drain it right here. Then we're going to go ahead and pat it dry with a clean paper towel. Okay, so that's pretty dry. Next, we're going to go ahead and put it in a bowl, and we're going to smash it into small pieces. So you can use a fork or a potato masher. I'm going to just use a fork. I think a potato masher might be faster, but a fork is convenient. So just mash it into small pieces. Okay, that's mashed pretty well. Next, we're going to add the rest of the ingredients except for the oil. So we have 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of chicken broth seasoning, and some of you had trouble finding this, so I actually made a cooking video for you on how to make homemade chicken broth seasoning. It's vegan, so we're going to go ahead and put 1.5 to 2 teaspoons. I'm going to put almost 2. And you can adjust any of these seasonings to your taste. So next I have 1.5 tablespoons of nutritional yeast flakes or brewer's yeast flakes. I have nutritional yeast flakes, and these taste a little bit more cheesy. I like this flavor better, and I'm using my plastic measuring spoons because I have a half tablespoon, then I don't have to like figure it out. So I got 1 tablespoon and then a half a tablespoon. So next we have 1.5 teaspoons of onion powder, and a half a teaspoon of garlic powder, then a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, and this is really going to give the scrambled tofu the yellow color. Kind of makes them look like eggs. Then we have salt and pepper to taste. I'm going to put a little bit in now, and then after I cook it, I'll try it and I'll put a little bit more. So just kind of eyeball it. I'm not going to put too much salt. I don't want to make it over salty. And there's a little bit of salt in the chicken seasoning, so we'll be careful in that. Go ahead and stir the ingredients together. And tofu takes on the flavor of the seasonings that you put with it. So this is a really nice combination of seasonings, and it's going to taste really yummy. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and heat the oil over medium to medium-high heat on a skillet. 1/2 to 1 teaspoon of olive oil. I'm going to go ahead and use 1 teaspoon. So when the oil is hot, we'll go ahead and add the tofu mixture. Okay, the pan is pretty hot. We're going to go ahead and add our tofu mixture. We're going to cook it about 10 to 15 minutes. And the longer you cook it, the more chewy it is. So depending on the texture that you want it, you want to stir it frequently. The water's pretty much evaporated and the tofu's starting to brown a bit. When I start seeing it brown, it's about done. You might like it cooked differently, so just try a little bite and see if you want to cook it longer. Like I said, the longer you cook it, the chewier it tastes, so depending on your preference. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off the heat and we'll try it. Okay, so our tofu is ready and we're going to try it. It smells amazing. I could have used a bigger pan for this. You can see it's kind of spilling, but I'll clean it up later. Okay, there you go, scrambled tofu. Really easy. Go ahead and you can add a little more salt and pepper to your taste. And you could, if you know how to make cheese sauce, vegan cheese sauce, that's really good on top, of course. Yeah, ketchup probably would be good too, for some of us. Okay, try it this week. Let me know how it turns out. And if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe and push that bell button so you'll get notified when I post some new easy, healthy recipes for you. Okay, I'll see you in the next lesson. Here we go. This is so good. And if you want, you could put ketchup. It would be good with salsa too. All right, I might do that in a minute. See you in the next lesson.